and soft the fur is. Yes, and there is a beaver tail. Poor fella. This worries me. These are bear-proof bins in the city of Calgary. Why are there bear-proof bins in the city? Eesh. Check this little fella out. I thought I'd come to this bird sanctuary. I've got some time to kill. I'm on the hunt for a van, right? I've never had it so hard looking for a van that people haven't lied to me about the condition. One person said it was mechanically perfect. I get there, it's missing its what do they call it? The catalytic converter, which is not entirely bad, but it's not great. And the diff needs repair. It was whining like a cat in the night. It's like, man, come on, just be honest. And then another one said there was no rust, and it was full of rust. Just went to see one right now, and the guy lied to my face. I knew for a fact that I thought I was buying it from what he told me from an electrical company, like a fleet of electrical company. And it was just excess stock. That's what he told me. It's been prepared for sale. It's got everything ready to go. And to be honest, it looked like a pretty good car, but I could see there was a few things wrong with it that didn't match what he was telling me. So he was saying there's no rust and that things like that. But there was some serious bog work that was done that you could see through the paint, you know, where it doesn't quite match like metal does. And so I challenged him a little bit. I said, there's never been an accident, it's got no rust, nothing. Right. And it's a fleet vehicle, yep. So it belongs to the company, yep. Anyway, so I agreed to a price. I said, I'll just go get the money out of the van, because of the rental van. And as I'm coming back, I bump into one of these employees. And I said, hey mate, all right, where was I? So I asked this guy, I said, hey listen, Joe in there, like, is he your boss? And he goes, no, Joe doesn't work for us. He goes to the auctions and buys cars, fixes them up, and then sells them here at the site. He rents some of the space from us. Oh, that's interesting, because I didn't say it to him, but in my mind, Joe's purporting that he works for this electrical company and this was a fleet vehicle that he actually is selling, when in actual fact, it's an auction vehicle that he's bought cheap. He's fixed it up and he's flipping it, which is perfectly fine. Just be honest about it. So anyway, somebody else bought it by the time I got there. Like literally, I was just walking up to get the money and come back, and he sold it. So maybe it just wasn't meant to be. I don't know. That's how I view things. If things don't pan out, it's for a reason. So that's a bust. Complete bust. Wasted my time. I wanted to see it yesterday. He was like, no, I'm not available till today at 12:30. And then he organises for like 3 or 4 people all to meet him at 12:30, which, look, it's his own prerogative to do that, but it just frustrates me because I'm on the hunt and I just want someone honest to tell me what's what. Because I need to rely on this thing, you know, traveling around. I can't be in a mechanic's every 5 minutes or having it, you know, become a defective vehicle because the rust is so bad. But I am seeing another one tonight. This one's different though. I originally looked at these vans I shied away from them because I thought maybe they're just a bit too big for me. I won't be able to go into some places that I'd like to if I just had a regular van. But for a little bit more money, it's already got a bed. It's, I might take a seat. Jeez, it's low. The seat's very low, like you can't really see, but look how high my knee comes. But yeah, it's ready to go. It's got a bed, it's got a fridge, it's got power, solar. It's been camperized, but not motorhomerized. Like, so there's no gas, there's no things like that. But I believe it has a shower in it. I'm not sure how that setup is. And it's also, I believe it's got 6 foot clearance. So I'll mostly be able to stand up inside. But I am kind of getting desperate because I only wanted to rent the U-Haul for the week. I didn't want to go longer. I mean, that's already costing me, what, $700 or something for the week. And one might argue that, well, you might as well just stay in a hotel or a B&B. But then I would have had on top of that Ubers to get to see all these cars. Like 2 of them were a 3-hour drive away. So it's 6 hours return. Well, what was I going to do? Get an Uber for a 6-hour return? No. So it still worked out cheaper than getting an Airbnb or a hotel. It's just expensive, right? I hate wasteful money. I don't mind spending money splurgy if there's a benefit to it. I hate wasting money when there's no benefit. Bugs, go away. Yeah, so I hope this works out. But I can't go see it till 5:30 tonight. It's 1:30 now. So I'm just kicking back some exploring. I don't want to do too much. I've really hurt my knee. Well, it's recovering, but when I do long walks at the moment, my knee swells up and becomes really irritable. And I cannot get pain medication here because you need to go to the doctor. And since I am not a citizen, I've got to pay, I think it's $150 or something, $120 to go see the doctor. And because I'm a tourist, their first instinct is, well, am I a junkie? Just trying to get pain meds. So it's not easy to get even Voltaren tablets here, which is over the counter down under. All right, let's keep walking. A little beaver dam out there. I doubt we'll see a beaver, but he's building it. I always find them fascinating. Let's see if I can zoom in for you. I always find them fascinating because they don't climb in from the top. There's a hole underneath that they swim down to and then come back up into an airlock. It'd be nice to be able to see a beaver. Is it just me? Is there something about moving water, you know, like rapids? It just, I love it. All this moving water is making me want to move some water myself. I apologize about my cinematography skills today. I still have not got all of my camera gear up and running. So everything's handheld mobile phone. I have no mounts, I have no nothing. And so I've got to find where I put them. I don't know where I did. I secured them nice and safely and forgot where that nice and safely was. It has to be somewhere. I only bought 2 bags with me. I'm hoping I didn't leave it back at the Airbnb. That would be very annoying. since my action cam is in that bag, and so is my drone. Bald eagle flying over, which was pretty cool. Hard to get a good picture of them so far up, so I hope it came out okay. But this is a nice little viewing platform. A lot of rejuvenation going on. All this water movement's making me want to go. What a day. It's I'm down now at Pierce Park, I think it is. And there's a lot of people here. It's pretty, I won't say packed. The car park's probably half full. But for a weekday, that's not too bad, right? People sitting in their camp chairs, just sitting out there reading books next to their cars, and you know, some sort of swap meet thing going on up there. I think it's a little unofficial, if you know what I mean, like the old look at all the watches up my arm. Anyway, I finally found a place that was a bit shady. I'm exhausted, right? I am absolutely beat, so I'm going to try and have a bit of a snooze, but it might be too hot. It's like mid-20s, I think it is, and I still got, 2 hours before I've got to catch up with this guy about the van. I keep calling it a van, but it's not really. It's like an old school bus, but not one of those big schoolies. So anyway, I'm not going to show a picture just at the moment because, you know, I want you to see when I show you. But it's like, I think they call it a cutaway. So it's like a Ford E350 cab with a V8 engine that has like a big fiberglass body on the back, and you can go through the center here, but it has like a kitchen and a bed, a lounge and things like that. A bit like a motorhome, but not a motorhome. It's self-converted. It's not what I was planning on. Not what I was planning on at all, but you know, I figure, well, if I get it and something else comes up and I'm able to sell this one, great. If not, well, I'll just travel around the countryside in this big thing. The reason why I wasn't a big fan of it initially is because my fuel bill will probably go up carrying this extra weight. And also, I won't be able to get into places as easy as if I had just a regular van. You know, like here, for example, there's just no way I could come into this car park with that thing. It's like bringing a motorhome in. So it's, unless something amazing turns up in the next 2 hours, that's what I'm buying. It's within my budget too. So, although the insurance, oh my God, the insurance was through the roof because they're treating me like, even though I've been driving for 30 years and I showed my driving record and my insurance record, here in Alberta, they still treat me as if I'm a brand new driver, like a learner. And so my premium is through the roof. And so it's more expensive for, I'm going to speak Australian for a second. It's the equivalent of a CTP, but for $3,000. Yeah, you heard that right. 3 followed by 3 zeros. I think it's $3,200 and something dollars for CTP. What the bip? If I wanted comprehensive insurance, it was over $5,000. But I have no choice because I'm a tourist. They get you over a barrel. If I was a resident, it'd be under $2,000. Oh, comprehensive, sorry, will be under $2,000. CTP equivalent, or what I'm getting, the the minimum insurance possible is only a few $100. So thank you, Canada. Thank you. All right, rant over. Clearly, I'm in need of a nap. I'm tired and I'm grumpy. And if this makes it into the cut, I'd be very surprised. I want to know something funny is that this Flying J's here, normally Flying J's allows for overnight parking, except it says no overnight parking here. Tell that to the 40 trucks that are parked over there. Look at them all. There's an RV stuck in there as well. Anyway, I'm going to get an Uber back to where my now RV is. And there's the U-Haul that I actually hired. I'm hiding it amongst all the other U-Hauls that are here. So hopefully nobody notices that it's not theirs. Anyway, I'm going to get an Uber. I'll be... What the heck? I still haven't got a name for this beast yet. Maybe Beast is just going to be it. Someone recommended Bertha. I'm not real sure about Bertha. But let's go find a campground and just settle up for the night. I think, I've got to get some supplies though, don't I? Got to close the window. Yeah. All right. Let's get on with some things. Oh, goodness. Shut that door. Oh, so I did a bit of shopping. I had to get some tools and stuff to help things out. And there's a few archaic things. So the previous owner has these little dowels that hold the window open, just on like bungees, right? And he just stores them in there. And this one in there. And then just latches the window shut. Done. So that won't go in, no one can break in, right? Well, they can't, they break the glass. But this is the inside mess of the van at the moment. Well, is it a van? I don't know. Mini wannabe RV. So he made it functional for him and his family. He's got 2 kids and 1 on the way. So they had like, mum and dad slept up top and the 2 kids slept down the bottom, or vice versa. And I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to make it just like a double bed in there. Behind this wall is a shower room, but no shower. So he was going to build a shower and he decided it was too much water to carry, didn't do it. So there is a shower room, but no shower. And behind this box here is accessible from the outside, which is nice. But there is a diesel heater in there, the battery, inverter, all that kind of stuff is in there. Kitchen supplies, there's a microwave. For some strange reason, this is mounted to the roof, and I have no idea why, because when you pull the drawer out, you cannot access the drawer. And yeah, it does seat 5. It's got seat belts for 5 people. Obviously, I am not going to be carrying 5 people. It'll be just me, myself, and I. So whenever I refer to we arrived here, it's I'm a Gemini, so it's we arrived here. That's how it rolls. Now, I really mean like we, you and me, arrived somewhere. When I say something like we arrived here, or we went there, or we did this, it's you and me. Pals, buddies, besties. There you go. Well, there we are, parked for the night. No idea if I'm level. I have no way of leveling at the moment. I have a picnic table there and a fire pit. And yeah, I'm going to get some firewood and see what we can do. Going down a corrugated road, I lost my door. It's in the back of the van, but the door came off. So a little frustrating. So I have to check everything to make sure it's all okay. So anyway, I'm just going to go to the ranger and grab some firewood and I'll be right back. Well, I've made it to the campground. I always forget the names of these things, so I'll put the campground name just here. But I'm just airing out the engine bay because it wasn't overheating or anything, but I took it on a pretty rough road, and it is a warm engine. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to be here for 2 nights. Why not? Just let it, chill out. But I'm in bear country. Now, I don't know if they'll actually see any bears. Maybe if I took my shirt off, I might be mistaken for one. But I'm pretty nervous and pretty excited. But there's some crazy cats over there that are actually in a tent. And I'm thinking, geez, man, like, ballsy. So, I better show you what I've done. So I'm yet to name this beautiful beast, but it has these windows here, or one window got removed, the middle one, and the previous owner has like a bunk bed, but it's double beds. I'll show you in a minute. And there's vents in there. So where these 2 bottom ones are pretty much where the bottom bunk is, and the top one's where the top bunk is. And then there's this one here, which is in the kitchen. So when I'm cooking, I can vent out. And only because he's taken out the door handle, I've not modified a single thing yet, right? This is exactly how I bought it. But you can open this up from the inside with the latches here, and open this one up. I think that one works. Yeah, there you go. Not that you need it there, but like when the door's open. But I do have a diesel heater in here. I've got power. I've got a small inverter, very small inverter. There's a spare weather shield there, which is good. He's got spare everything everywhere. So like extension cables. What's that noise? Oh, okay, I know what that is. Yeah, so he's just got extension cables instead of running wires, which, okay, whatevs. But he does have this, looks like just a regular gel battery, or a regular, I don't know what you call that, sealed battery anyway. If I was going to upgrade anything, it would be to put a not a lithium battery like I have back home, but something like an EcoFlow, and put it in here, and just not access it like normal. So I don't know if I'd put it in here, or whether I'd actually maybe cut a hole in the back wall here, which goes into the living area, and have it facing this way so I can still use the functionality. But EcoFlow have their plugs at the back, so that could be a problem. I don't know. Anyway, there's all this kind of stuff in here. I just don't know what's what. So I've got to figure it all out. See what he's done. Oh, there's my lighter. And then around the back, he's got this hideous looking storage unit. And this door fell off on the corrugated road on the way in, right? He was a religious man, so he had these signs on the back. I'll have to get them off. But I don't want to take them off just yet, because he's tapped them into the actual fiberglass of the back wall. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to seal that up. A turner bond maybe. So anyway, this is not attached. This is not actually attached to the body itself. You can see there's a gap all the way down, right? So he's not attached it that way. But how it's attached is, if you look underneath, you'll see, get down further, he's got this metal railing system here that he's then screwed into. and I'm wondering if I can take it off, because if I can get it off, that would be brilliant. There's a few things under there. I'd love to know what's that. I don't think that's the fuel tank sitting there. Seems a bit low. But he does have airbags on the back. So it's, if I can see them in here. But anyway, here's the teats, if you will, to raise and lower the air compression. And this is the exhaust for the diesel heater. There it is there, the muffler, and the fuel tank for it. It seems a little close to the muffler, but anyway, I'll see if I can change something around there. And he just has this come straight out this pipe. So, yeah, lock this in somehow. Maybe this one doesn't lock on, it's just the other one. And then, what else is there? I don't even know what that's for. It came with a bike. With no idea how I'm going to get that bike down. And then it also came with... Oh, come on. Here's the right one. You can do it. Here's the other key. I know this one worked. Unless all that rock and rolling on the road is... There it is. Whew. Oh wow, it did move around a bit. So he's got a lot of spare stuff in here as well. I don't know what this is. I've seen a couple of them around. I think it might be an alarm of some sort. Anyway, I'll have to have a look at that. It's a pretty easy way to get rid of the alarm. Anyway, yeah, so he's got a generator here. And it's... He's got... Oh, this is too funny. Come on, dude. He's just got it wired through there, which you can just unscrew. Crazy. And anyway, he has it vented out through this vent hole, which goes to the ground, because that's the exhaust just there. So the idea is... let's move this back where it's supposed to be, maybe. Hold on a second. There. So he just goes straight out there, and he has a safety switch on it, which is nice, and it's got a fan to keep it circulating in here, because you want to have that nice and circulated. And he runs pretty much everything off this tank. The oil's been recently changed, so I've got to find a new home for this, because it's got like vinyl cladding everywhere, just like rain guarding it, but it's just, yeah, pretty ordinary, honestly. And then the lights, where you can see on this side, these lights, he took off the back here, and I believe this is where the lights go. See, there's the lights there, I think they go there. And on the other side, we've just got some more storage. So, which again, why have a padlock when you can just unscrew the hinges? Come on, man. It's only to keep the honest people out. Can I get this? Ah, there we go. It's going to fall out of here. So you can see it's just pretty ordinary, like construction using cheap chippy wood. But yeah, there's camp stuff in here, more spare things. You know, I can't wait to get rid of it. There's some fuel tanks up there. Again, I don't know anything. I've got to try and figure it out. So really, I've only got tomorrow, because today, oh, there's a couple hours left of today, but it's going to be a really hot day tomorrow. I think it's 29 degrees Celsius. And one thing I have noticed, even though today was 24, I nearly died the heat was that bad. And that's me saying it, and I've been in 47 degrees and beyond. And oh, let's just shut this. Come on. I brought with me my portable CB radio, which is pretty powerful, this little thing. A friend of mine back in Australia gave it to me. I have two, but I left one back there. Anyway, it comes with a mount, and it does have a plug to plug in. And but it lasts a very long time. I think it might have been nearly a year since I last charged it, and it was still going. So I'm not worried about charging, but I do know the plug where it is if I want to actually plug it in. But I think if I screw it down onto the dash, there's a section of timber that's on the dash. I'll show you in a minute. The torque lifting it out, well, I'm doing it with very weak fingers. I think it should come out okay once it's screwed down. The trick is, it's always a trick, isn't it? Finding a screw. On the dash here, there's, I can't quite see, hold on, let's, oh, don't want to tip you over though. Ah, there you go, I'll crouch down into the corner. On the dash is, well, where I'm thinking of putting it. So let's have a look here, somewhere around there. Let's clean some of this up. This cables, this is my reversing camera. I'm also thinking about relocating that. But, and this has been screwed down. Yeah, it's been screwed down into this box. Now I'm going to take off these screws because I want to see what's behind here before I screw down, just in case. This is crazy. Okay, I see what he's done. Let's have a look. See, this is inside the doghouse. That's what they call it, right? I've taken off this top piece, which was here, you know, which was carved out accordingly. And there's a few other pieces that were on there just to, you know, make it look a little tidier and all that kind of stuff. You know, like there was that front piece. Oh, I don't know. Oh, that was that. I don't know. Was it? I think it went there. I don't know now. Anyway, let's see if I can. There you go. So see if when I take this off, you can see he's like chalked it up with different stuff, right? But there must have been something in here that's been cut out, been dremeled out. And I can understand why he wouldn't want that, you know. There must go down into the engine bay or something. I'll see if I can turn my torch on. Hold on. I have a portable torch here. There you go. Oh, it doesn't go anywhere. I mean, it could go down that back hole under that screw there. It goes down further. But I reckon you're better off, honestly, getting some spray foam. I know it sounds dodgy as this guy, but get some spray foam and kind of fill in the gaps and then paint it black so you don't see it, but then nothing goes down there. And then you get your thing back. You don't need to have that. You'll have your OEM kind of doghouse again. Makes it look a little nicer. All right, so let me finish this off and I'll get back to you.